Hi, it's January 6th, and this is Vicki with Mindful Minute. And let me know if you like these readings, if you like this book, if you'd like me to go back to switching off. I certainly can, but I'm thoroughly fascinated with this book. So here goes the January 6th reading. It's called The Spoked Wheel. What we reach for may be different, but what makes us reach is the same. Imagine that each of us is a spoke in an infinite wheel, and though each spoke is essential in keeping the wheel whole, no two spokes are the same. The rim of that wheel is our living sense of community, family, and relationship. But the common hub where all the spokes join is the one center where all souls meet. So as I move out into the world, I live out my uniqueness. But when I dare to look into my core, I come upon the one common center where all lives begin. In that center, we are one and the same. In this way, we live out the paradox of being both unique and the same. For mysteriously and powerfully, when I look deep enough into you, I find me. When you dare to hear my fear in the recesses of your heart, you recognize it as your secret that you thought no one else knew, and that unexpected wholeness that is more than each of us, but common to all, that moment of unity is the atom of God. Not surprisingly, like most people, in the first half of my life, I worked very hard to understand and strengthen my uniqueness. I worked hard to secure my place at the rim of the wheel and so defined and valued myself by how different I was from everyone else. But in the second half of my life, I have been humbly brought to the center of the wheel, and now I marvel at the mysterious oneness of our spirit. Through cancer and grief and disappointment and unexpected turns in career, through the very breakdown and rearrangement of the things I have loved, I have come to realize that as water smooths stone and enters sand, we become each other. How could I be so slow? What I've always thought set me apart binds me to others. Never was this more clear to me than when I was sitting in a waiting room at Columbia Presbyterian Hospital in New York City, staring straight into this Hispanic woman's eyes, she into mine. In that moment, I began to accept that we all see the same wonder, all feel the same agony, though we all speak in a different voice. I know that each being, born inconceivable as it seems, is another Adam or Eve. Sit with a trusted loved one and take turns. Name one defining trait of who you are that distinguishes you from others. Name one defining trait of who you are that you have in common with others. Discuss how you cope with the loneliness of what makes you unique from others and how you cope with the experience of what makes you the same as others. So this reading is very interesting in that we do, and it's interesting because I have teenagers right now, and they are really trying to define themselves and assert themselves, and I remember that feeling. I remember that feeling of, well, it's weird because there was loneliness there, but there was also like this need to set myself apart, this need to be different. And I don't know where that comes from, but I know that developmentally it happens. I'm watching it before my very own eyes. And I think that I think he's right. As you get broken down in life and or you reach these milestones or these humps and you come to this place where you realize that we're all just doing the same thing. We're all just trying to live a life of fullness. We're trying to live a life where we're in peace and comfort and security. And unfortunately, we are all very used to, or not all of us, but we can get very used to and comfortable in the aloneness and loneliness. And it's really hard to step outside of our comfort zone for me and be open. But that is certainly what being in recovery has taught me. is to be a we, to be involved in a we, and to accept the support and love of others, and to give support and love to others unconditionally. And I'm baffled by that because it makes life so much better. And you hear people say, having a baby and raising a baby takes a village, and it is so true. And we don't live like that anymore. We live very independent lives, and that's okay. Um, but I do think at our core, at the middle of the wheel, it's important for us to be with each other, and we're all the same. I always used to say it for my whole life. We all bleed the same. We all go to the bathroom the same. We're all the same. We just look different. Yeah, we're really not. So we're all miracles. I mean, whoever can explain all this stuff, how we got here, is it's just quite amazing, right? So be well. Have a nice day. Take some time and let me know how you're liking this book, The Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. I've been loving it, but let me know. And also, please visit my website. We've just made some changes, VickiRude.com. I have a workshop coming up. I have an online course coming up. I also have a manifestation template that you can use for your 2020 goals, resolutions, whatever the heck you want to call them. But I like to say it every day, and I have my own words, but I gave you some guidance on that. So it's really cool. It's a free download. Just sign up. If you go to my website, you'll get a pop-up. It'll lead you to the manifestation download, and all will be well. So thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.